This is Scruffy Teddy. I'm going to look at the pattern tool today and specifically trying to build a shape which will represent a blank mould into which we can then take some shapes out for a casting process. I'm going to draw a 60 by 60 square, extrude that by 15 millimeters. And the whole reason for doing the patterns is to provide some locating holes or pins for some holes for some locating pins so that we can put two halves of a mould together. I'm going to start. So that was a base extrusion. I'm going to do another extrusion, but this time I'm going to work on a different sketch from the top work plane. And this is going to be one of the holes. I'm going to work at the moment. The work plane reference is in the middle. I can change that if I wanted to, but I can work. This is 60 by 60 square, so that's 30. If I come in, I could come in by 5 millimeters each way. You can see at the top left those measurements, and I'll put a 5 millimeter hole. Just to show you that I can also move that axis. The moment in the middle, I could put it down at the bottom, which might actually be easier to work everything out. So that centre of the hole now becomes 55 up, 5 along. Just a different way of looking at it. It's not a hole yet, it's just a circle. I need to extrude that. I'm going to subtract material below the work plane, taking away 5 millimeters. Now here comes the pattern tool. I need to select that particular feature. Okay, I've selected feature on the right hand side, and that's now selected. On the feature drop down menu, you will see the pattern tool down here, and the dialog boxes. It's complicated, but there's an awful lot there. Two different directions. I'm going to start by trying to add a second one on this corner. So I need to say that I'm going to be working in along this edge, and I'm going to put two of them. Let's just make sure that's double clicked in. Sorry, missed out on selecting the feature. And I'm going to put them 50 millimeters apart. And you'll see a preview appears up on the top left in the wrong direction. So I'll reverse that, and it now appears where I want it to be. Now that's just one pattern. I'm just effectively just copying it. But I can also go in a different direction. I need to explain which edge I'm working in. Double click on that line, and I'm going to have two of them again, and a spacing of 50 millimeters again. And you can see now not only has it produced that one in this direction and a second one in that direction, there is also the pattern down in this corner. And there we go. That is the pattern tool in action. You can also put them in. You can also use a pattern tool to go in a circular direction, but that's for another. You can play with that one on your own.